Hey folks, JD here, and today we're going to go back through and look at the JD-11. Now, as I said when we flew this the first time, we didn't look at the video because I was pushed for time. I was just about to go on holiday and the video that I was going to make needed to be quick so that my wife wouldn't kill me. So, now we've got a bit more time. I want to go in and look at this guy because this camera is motorized. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bind this guy to the transmitter, then I'm going to bring up the transmitter and we're going to have a little look and see this motorized camera moving as well. And then we're going to look at flying him with a little bit of video recording as well, just to see if the video is good enough for this particular quadcopter. Alright then folks, let's get to it. The one thing that I still can't get over with this guy is the automatic binding of the transmitter and the quadcopter. That is quite a nice gimmick that I really like. Okay, so we've got a couple of buttons here. We've got our trim buttons to the right, and then we've got these two buttons here to the left. So the bottom one, this is for recording photo, push that way. This is to record in video, push that way. And this button here, this tilts the camera up and down. Now it's going to make that annoying beeping sound, but if you look at the video here, as soon as I push down, you start to see, sorry about that beeping, you start to see that the camera moves. This is what it would look like when it's shifting. Its movements aren't very smooth. As I'm sure you can see, its movements aren't very smooth, but the camera is most definitely turning. When you get that long beep just denotes that this guy the camera is back level. So now we've got a little bit of, we've got some video activity here. Let's record some video. Right, so that's bam, straight into recording video. Let's take off. And up we go. Haha, hello fella. Nice to see you again. Now, anybody who watched the original flight test of this, you will know that I'm a huge fan of this guy. Because not only does it look the part, it flies the part. It's still a little bit twitchy. That was one of the downsides that I thought needed to be improved. It's, yeah, still a little bit twitchy. For a smart observation drone, it's still quite twitchy. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and see if I can get him to stay in a particular area and try and see if I can get some video of him. So here's me, hello. Hello. So with this, I'm going to try, hopefully, the wind is pushing him towards me a little bit too quickly. So I'm going to try and see if I can balance him there a little bit. Just counter this breeze slightly. And then I'm going to move this camera to get me in the full frame. There we go. It's still a little bit too twitchy. I'm hoping that that video is going to be very good. Although, I think because of the sensor used and the lens used is pretty much the same as all cheaper quadcopters, it might not be brilliant. Alright, so we're getting ourselves a little bit of video. We've had a look at the camera moving. That is great. Now obviously if you're wondering how the camera moves left and right, well, the camera moves left and right when you move the drone. It's the same as the Phantoms, it's the same as the DJI Inspire, it's the same as all of these big photography drones. If you want to move the camera left and right, you move the drone. The camera itself is motorized to move up and down only, which makes perfect sense. It was something that I had a little bit of difficulty with in first flying my Phantom, because I thought it's something that I should be able to control the camera left and right as a motorized unit rather than just up and down. But if you think about it, that camera, if it's moving left and right, it's going to hit the landing gear. It's going to hit the landing sprigs, and obviously that's not something you want to do. Is have a motorized unit getting itself stuck and then clicking because it's stuck and it can't unstick itself. Not the best. Right. So I think as if you're learning. And if you didn't want to spend that much money on a quadcopter with video and with a movable camera. This is a good option. This isn't your only option, but this is a good option. And I think that it's one that you should most definitely look at. But obviously, if you want to go into professional video, film and videography, I don't think this guy will cut it. I don't think the video quality is going to be there. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put a little annotation on this video just to say, guys, I was wrong. But I don't think it's going to be there. I don't think the camera, the sensor or the lens is up to the quality of video, especially not directly as close as you may want it. But still, I've been wrong in the past. That's what helps us learn. So the barometer sensor inside this as well is actually quite good. It does stick to an altitude quite well. Obviously it does feather about to the left and right, but that's just down to the breeze, as this is not a GPS quadcopter. But all in all, I'm very happy. Alright folks, let's bring him down. Alright, so all in all, we've seen the camera move. Its movements seem quite stilted, it's quite jittery as it moves up and as it moves down. It's not very smooth. One thing we have seen is altitude hold with this particular barometer is very, very good. It does just tend to cling to the same altitude, although because it's quite a light copter, it does get blown around a little bit, so you are going to have to counteract or film, hopefully not in the UK, and you can film when there's a day without a breeze. So I think I'm going to have a little look at this video, see what the video's like, and then at the end of this video then, hopefully scrolling across the bottom of the screen as I'm talking is a little ticker that'll just tell you exactly what I think of the video. So there we are folks, thanks ever so much for watching and listening.